A record 17,000 season ticket holders was evidence of the public belief in Chelsea for the 1998-99 season. With the new signings, Chelsea had boasted 10 players in the World Cup just played, including 2 in the winning team. Frank Leboeuf partnered £4.6 million signing Marcel Desailly in France's victorious demolition of Brazil. Spain's Albert Ferrer arrived for £2.2 million from Barcelona, and Denmark's Brian Laudrup signed on a free transfer from Rangers. Chelsea paid out a club record £5.4 million to Lazio for striker Pierluigi Casiraghi, who took the place of ageing legend Mark Hughes, sold to Southampton for £650,000. It was also goodbye to one of Chelsea's favourite sons, Frank Sinclair, bought by Leicester City for £2.25 million, a price likely to go up to £2.5 million. Cup Winners' Cup hero reserve left-back Danny Granville had moved on to Leeds for £1.6 million, a fee which could go up to £2 million. If the business proved as good as it looked, then Chelsea were deservedly favourites, with Manchester United and Arsenal to lift the major trophies. In the opening game at Coventry, 11 internationals were fielded for the first time in the history of the club.
On by Dublin, this is Huckabee, and that's the opening goal. Very simple. The partnership, which produced 38 goals last season, is up and running this. Whelan looks for Dublin, yes! Got between 2 defenders. Poyet thought there was a bit of pushing, but he was between Poyet and Desailly. Coventry lead 2-0. The strike force in supreme form. Casiraghi, Desailly, Poyet, Leboeuf, and Vialli, and it's Poyet! Beautiful header. Ferrer. Casiraghi! Oh, great save! Wise. Casiraghi! Burrows did well.
Zola let it run to Casiraghi, and a neat touch to Poyet. Zola. Back to Poyet. Good break here by Chelsea. It might yet go in. Fabiano! The 19-year-old Nigerian with the handstands and the somersault to celebrate his first Chelsea goal. Great break by Chelsea. Intelligent play by Zola to link up with the Uruguayan Poyet. It looked as if Newcastle were going to clear it off their own goal line, but they didn't succeed in doing that. And with 23 minutes gone, Chelsea have taken the lead. Shearer's header. Anderson may get onto it. He got the better of Dewberry. That's an excellent goal. Andreas Anderson, his first goal of the season, and has come out of nothing, really.
That goal just before half-time from Alexanderson gave the Blues only a defeat and a draw from their first 2 games. However, the next game will provide the first silverware of the season as well as the first win.
And it's Hierro who curls it, and he's hit the post. And the flick out has come to Leboeuf. Oh, and that's curled, and that's come back off the frame of the goal. Well, it's 1 each in that respect now for certain. Good effort. There's Redondo. Oh, and this is a break on here. Poyet saw an opening, and Zola's made a very good run here. Poyet couldn't find him, or could he? He could, and it's Zola. And again. Now others are trying to make their way forward. Desailly wants it played inside. And it's Poyet with his right foot. And Chelsea have scored. Chelsea have scored in the final of the Super Cup. There it is. Chelsea have won the Super Cup. and it's their 4th trophy in 15 months.
Chelsea's win in Monaco brought the first European silverware of the season safely to Stamford Bridge, following Gustavo Poyet's marvellous strike. However, the day had not started so well for the Uruguayan.
Yeah, it was a strange day for me, because I remember that day we start training in the morning. After training, Gianluca said to me that I didn't play. I say, okay, you are not playing because tactical problem. I remember the afternoon I was with Albert Ferrer in the same room. It was terrible for me. I was very, very angry. and sometimes when you are in that situation is when this kind of match finishes better, because it was fantastic for me, it was fantastic for everybody, for Chelsea, because Real Madrid is one of the best teams in the world, and we beat them.
September began with the departure of player-coach Steve Clarke, who followed Ruud Gullit to Newcastle United. Before Chelsea's next game, Dennis Wise paraded his Player of the Season award and the Super Cup.
Zola coming deep to collect, and the first sign of the movement from Laudrup away from that right-hand side. Zola looking to whip the shot! It was a great shot and a fantastic stop.
Brilliant football all round. A magnificent piece of skill from the little Italian. Something we haven't seen too much of recently, but this was wonderful. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and that was a magnificent save from the England goalkeeper.
They got the craft in the last third of the field to open up Arsenal. Oh, that's Patrick Vieira with a challenge that sent Casiraghi tumbling, it seemed.
Well, I thought that was a penalty. He just nicks it away from Vieira, he goes to the ground, that's a penalty. No doubt about it, that is a penalty. He catches Casiraghi across the shins. Patrick Vieira's got away with it.
Without a win in 3, despite Gianfranco Zola's best efforts against Arsenal, Chelsea played hosts to hotly tipped relegation candidates Nottingham Forest at the Bridge, and proved how early pressure can sometimes reap rewards.
Zola. He's worked that well. Casiraghi's in the box. Rodgers, Casiraghi, and Zola. Oh, that's a wicked finish from an angle. Now, I make that, 24 seconds, and that's the first goal by a Chelsea striker this season. No wonder they look so happy. Chelsea 1, Forest 0. We've hardly started. Zola did well here, didn't he, to work that cross, and Casiraghi in the box. He's worked so hard, and that's definitely an assist for him. But look at the angle of this finish. Well, we've had half an hour, and really, Dave Besant's made 3 or 4 fantastic saves. Chelsea should be doing better. Here's Babayaro. That's another save. Poyet, 3rd goal of the season. He's in the starting lineup again. And boy, does he enjoy a goal. Gustavo Poyet, look at that. Well, it was Desailly's flick on from Gianfranco Zola's outswinger. And Chelsea will need goals from set plays this season if they're to do well. Besant, another terrific save, but Gustavo Poyet in front of the shed end, his 3rd goal of the season, 2-0. De Hoy's off his line. Oh, that's Darshville round him, and Dubry, Leboeuf, they can't get back. That is a shocking goal to give away, 2-1, and now the pressure's on.
A good-looking win against Nottingham Forest set the Blues up nicely for the start of their European Cup Winners' Cup defence.
Leboeuf. It's nearly half-time. Chelsea really do need the breakthrough. And here's Laudrup. Oh, that's a free kick. Jovanovski, the man who's brought him down. Well, there's no Zola in the starting lineup. Flo and Vialli, the front men. And I think that must be Leboeuf who'll take the free kick, therefore. Vialli was the man who gave Laudrup the ball here. And Jovanovski just whipping his legs away from him. Leboeuf it is. One 0 Leboeuf. Magic.
I think if you watch the replay, though, you'll see Dennis Wise there pulling one of the Helsingborg players out of the wall. LeBeuf with his first goal of the season. Here we go, look at Wise. That's Lance. And Captain Anderson beaten.
Tim Flowers, the demented man, charging around on his goal line, trying to organise the defence in front of him here. He knows there's a real threat coming up from Zola, and that is a magnificent goal by the little Italian. Tim Flowers was right to be afraid. He didn't get the defence organised in time. Either that or they ignored him, and Zola punished them in fine style. Jason Wilcox, tightly marked by Ferrer. LeBeuf loses the header. Darlene finding Sutton. Chance here. Yes! You can feel the relief around Ewood Park. Last season's top scorer is finally off the mark. Still danger for Blackburn. Babayaro, Zola. Good work by goalkeeper Flowers. Well, I thought so. And for a moment there, I think Flowers thought what I did when the referee dramatically whistled.
He's given a penalty, Alan.
As indeed. He had no doubts in his mind there, referee Jones. Flowers will feel aggrieved as he dived at Zola's feet, but a penalty it is.
I can't believe he's even gone for the ball, because that ball was going away from the goal. Zola was going absolutely nowhere. He's given a penalty and a chance for Chelsea to go into the lead.
And LeBeuf usually doesn't miss them. And he hasn't this time either. 100% record from the penalty spot for Frank LeBeuf, but Roy Hodgson is livid about the decision, and he will be as well. Chelsea back in front. Flitcroft and Darlene on the near post area here. Flitcroft won the header, and he's there again to turn it back in, and it's a goal by Perez. Flitcroft did brilliantly, and the little Frenchman finished off with his first ever goal for Blackburn Rovers. And Roy Hodgson has taken that opportunity to come out and continue his complaint, presumably about the penalty to the linesman. 2-2. Chelsea enjoying slightly more of the possession now in the second half, but Blackburn have got their tails up at the moment. Sutton for them. Darlene's there! Oh, that was a magnificent save. Absolutely top draw goalkeeping by De Hoy. Christian Daly. Perez. Bright and lively, sparky down that side tonight. Surely fouled, and Lascelles going to be in trouble here.
He's got to go on. He's got to go off. He cannot stay on for that. I think Mr. Perez has got the yellow card, and he's off.
In trouble as well, because of course he's already been yellow carded. Darlene goes down, and the referee thinks about it and has pointed to the spot. Penalty. And it looks like Chris Sutton stepping away with the opportunity of giving Blackburn Rovers the lead. He's already ended his goal famine. Can he double his total? Yes! Blackburn are in front. Here's Laudrup. Gets it back from Ferrer. Good ball. Flo in the middle. Yes! Brilliant goal by Flo. 3-3. He said, "How could you question me?" And he said, "Thank you." Grazie.
What great football from Chelsea. The Dane starts it, a great ball from the Spaniard, another great ball from the Dane, and the Norwegian finishes. Cosmopolitan goal, but great football, whichever country you play in. And that really is a superb finish. Flo's still got a lot to do. Front foot volley. Flowers, absolutely no chance. Wonderful football, great finish.
Ferrer plays one over the top. Flo is onside. Laudrup's in support. Can Chelsea snatch another? There was never a doubt with it into a possible victory.
Well, Blackburn were pushing up, looking for offside. Flo timed his run to, he says, "I'm going to score myself." great control. Second touch into his path, just slots it down the left-hand side of Flowers. What a great finish under pressure. Two defenders close on him. What does Luca think of it?
Middlesbrough kick off the second half then, and that man there, number 19 for Chelsea, Torre Flo, he's come on for Pierluigi Casiraghi. Wonderful ovation he got. And Chelsea so much possession in the first half, but just not enough shots on goal. Really playing a 4-3-3 formation today with that man there, number 7 Brian Laudrup, joining up with the front line. Pallister, oh, and that's Chelsea in the lead after just 50 seconds of the second half, and Gary Pallister scores his second goal for Chelsea. Remember that wonderful own goal at Old Trafford a few years ago. Laudrup, who got an assist against Blackburn, and that's another one there. Poyet, 10 minutes to go. Oh, Zola's through. Great little run. Zola, yes! Oh, that really is fantastic. Well, he said in the match day programme, he said, I want to score a lob over the goalkeeper when I'm through one-on-one, and that's exactly what he's done. And his celebration to the bench. Michael Dewberry there on the bench. Well, he enjoyed that as much as everybody else. 2-0 to Chelsea. That ties up the 3 points. And how's that?
Gianfranco Zola's masterful lob rounded off a month of 4 wins and a draw, but it was Torre Flo's 10 minutes against Blackburn Rovers which really stood out after the Norwegian had been left on the bench for the early part of the season.
Well, it was frustrating, but at the same time I knew there was a lot of good players, so there would be a very hard competition. So if I wanted to play, I had to continue to play well at Chelsea. Graham just told me to go on and score. The first one was a cross from Brian, I think it was, and I just dived into it with my foot first, and in it went in the corner. And the other one, I got the ball from Chappie, and run 1 against 1 with the goalkeeper, and pass it in the corner as well there. So yeah, it was a great moment.
October saw the opening of the inquiry into the completion of the West Stand. The inquiry was to drag on throughout the season. The final conclusions will not be made until late in 1999, but Chairman Ken Bates is hopeful for the right decision.
The fact of the matter is, of course, that the inquiry hasn't finished. There's the last fortnight in July, and then the inspector has promised his decision in October, and all the signs are it'll be favourable to us. But it's really a question of how many conditions we're going to have to contend with. But there's no doubt that the cost of complying with the conditions, because of the bloody mindedness of the local council, is going to cost us a few more £1 million. That will be a complete waste of money, but no less, we'll have to spend it.
October began with the first Cup Winners' Cup trip of the season. You can call it a scrappy match or a professional performance with just a couple of scares to go through to the second round with a minimum of fuss. There was fuss, however, about Chelsea's lineup, which rested Laudrup, Gianfranco Zola and Casiraghi. But they were all fresh for Liverpool away 3 days later.
Looking to be sharp here is Casiraghi. Is this going to be the goal for him? It is! And look how pleased his Chelsea teammates are. And the Chelsea fans. Gigi Casiraghi. Off the mark for Chelsea.
He's tried this 3 times and almost connected. And this time they get it absolutely perfect. That was a wonderful, wonderful through ball. Absolutely perfect. Just completely takes Phil Babb out the picture. And once the touch was so assured, David James has no chance. He has a little look, sees where the goalkeeper is. He knows all he's got to do is keep it in play, and he must surely score. And there's justification for his decision.
Well, he's happier than the scorer, I think. The man who stood by his fellow countrymen.
Fowler just getting in behind Leboeuf, who got too tight, and then Michael Dewberry brings him down. Dewberry, one of the Chelsea players booked today.
Well, it's the right area. Lovely little turn from Robbie Fowler.
Jamie Redknapp certainly had his shooting boots on here in the European game on Tuesday. Berger there as well. It is Redknapp. He scores!
Chelsea's resistance is broken.
Laudrup, Zola, they're linking up well now, aren't they? Oh, what a wonderful ball. Casiraghi through. Will it be his second goal in 2 weeks? Penalty. It must be. Steve Dunn, yes, he points to the spot, and Ilic rightly goes into the book. Casiraghi really is becoming an influence in the penalty area now. And Zola, look at this pass. He really is playing out of his skin, Zola. This is as good as he's played since he's come to Chelsea. Whoosh. Don't think you could argue with that. Frank Leboeuf then, 13th penalty. No sweat, 1-0, Chelsea. Leboeuf with his 13th penalty for Chelsea. I honestly wonder whether he'll ever miss one. Mills with the long throw. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Charlton doing better now. Yowls, surely that was a handball. It's given, the goal's given. It's 1-1. Chelsea really should have closed Yowls down there. And the goal given, no handball, 1-1, game on. 3 minutes to go, and it's been all Chelsea the last 15 minutes. Here's Wise's corner. Poyet! Oh, he's done it! Poyet! Look at that. And it's the old Chelsea midfield of last season. Petrescu, Wise, Di Matteo and Poyet. And they've won the day. Dennis Wise with the corner. Gustavo Poyet coming in. And he had one like that a few minutes ago that was kicked off the line. If at first you don't succeed.
In form, Danish title challengers FC Copenhagen were the second-round Cup Winners' Cup visitors to the Bridge, and their number 7 was about to make a very big impression indeed after another series of near misses.
Jensen looks for David Nielsen. Oh, goodness me! That was a real opportunity for the FC Copenhagen top scorer, and Chelsea looked wide open at the back. Desailly to Di Matteo. And here's Zola. The show arriving now. There's Laudrup on the edge of the box. Seeks Pierluigi Casiraghi. He wasn't aware it was going to come through to him. Zola, Di Matteo, 1-2. Deflected! Oh, so unlucky! With the benefit of the deflection off the post.
Well, all of a sudden the Danes are all at sea in this last 5 minutes. All of a sudden space stays opening up. Deflection again there and Zola hit it, but it beats Stensgaard, all ends up, and just that Chelsea didn't have the luck that it hits the inside the post and goes in. But this last 5 minutes, Denmark, the Danes have just lost their way.
Oh, it dropped to Casiraghi! Off the post, would you believe it, from Poyet? What must they do to score? A chance here for Toddy Jonsson. Desailly nonchalant. Tried by Goldbeck! Oh, what a stunner! What a stunner! Bjarne Goldbeck for the upstarts, the no-hopers of FC Copenhagen, who lead the European Cup Winners' Cup holders Chelsea by a goal to nil. Still Di Matteo. Desailly was forward. Trying to touch his way through. Desailly, yes! At long last, Chelsea get the reward. Marcel Desailly's first goal for the club, and the World Cup winner comes up trumps. Desailly saves Chelsea's flashes. He saves their unbeaten home European record. But my word, the Cup Winners' Cup holders have had one mighty fright.
Here's Desailly for Chelsea. A lot of players getting a touch here, but they need the incisive one from someone. Perhaps Laudrup will provide it. Oh, brilliant skill from Laudrup. Oh, great save by the teenage debutant Robinson. That'll make him feel 10 foot tall. Laudrup for Chelsea. No, nothing over. But it was a fair tackle, and it was a fair ball as well for Hasselbank. And he's got the pace to get in behind Dubry and goes down, and a penalty has been given. Leeds have a penalty in first half stoppage time. Dubry says he dived. Mr. Reed says none of it. Penalty. Up comes Hasselbank, and a great save by De Hoy with his foot.
Looks to me as a Draper fancies this. He looks like he's made his mind up. He might just hit this. You have got Watson a bit away.
Draper it is. It took a deflection in.
Car
possession, and Aston Villa, who have twice been close to going a goal behind, are now a goal in front. And suddenly, Villa do give it away in a dangerous position here. Long ball going forward, Vialli shot. Gianluca Vialli brings his team level.
Well, you can't say it's not been coming. You can't say it hasn't been deserved. And it's football, it's been typical of Chelsea tonight, Alan. They pressure the ball really well. Lambert doesn't give it up. They're dogged. They get caught. Now, can he pick the right ball? Is it Watson or is it Lambert? It's Lambert. He just nicks it to his horse. He picks the right one. He sucks both defenders in before he releases them. It's not the blistering strike we expected. Side foot, almost passing it in.
Now Dubry, Babayaro. The layoff by Nicholas to Poyet. Looks for Vialli and finds in. Great control by Vialli. What a goal! What a magnificent goal by Gianluca Vialli.
Well, that sums up the kind of performance he's given. That was quite exquisite. That's top draw. That's the mark of a man who's played at the highest level for club in Europe and for his country. Look at the take. Doesn't quite get it first time. And he gets it out his feet, second touch, and hits it all in one movement. That is an absolutely glorious goal. There's the control, there's the setup, and there's the finish.
And a horrible position for Villa to defend this. Wise will take the kick. A variety of options, and one of them was Flo, and his header straight and true, and Chelsea extend their lead.
Well, you have to say he must have earned this, Alan. He got the free kick with a brilliant run. And this time, well, he just muscles Ehiogu out the way. He makes a run and then puts the brakes on. He just stands still, and as it reaches him, he's got a yard away from his marker. And from 7 yards, a free header. I didn't expect him to miss the target. It might well be too much for Villa now, but it's been a good 5 minutes for Chelsea.
Chelsea ready to make their third and final change now, and another young man that we haven't seen, or at least I haven't seen before, and nor will many of the fans. John Terry, centre-back, about to come on. As Poyet goes forward, and Vialli on the hat-trick here.
What did I tell you? There's nothing he can't do. He'll go on and get a hat-trick, and what does he do? He does just that. But once again, his movement, Alan. He made a move as if he was going to come across from left to right. You watch him here, as if he's going to want towards the camera. Then he checks away, and that opens it up. He delays it, he delays it. He didn't get rushed, even though Ehiogu was coming across. He took his time, and this time, even on his left side, this time he finds the target, and this time he gets his hat-trick.
Gianluca Vialli's magnificent hat-trick set Chelsea well on the way in their defence of the League Cup. The only letdown was Dennis Wise's sending off for this challenge late on in the game.
It's my fault. It's cost me a lot of money. It's cost me a lot of games. You don't worry about the money, you worry about the games, because that is the main part of it. You want to win things and you want to do well, and you want the best side out, and you want everyone to be fit, so everyone's challenging for places, and by people not being there, it makes it easier, and you want to make it hard for the manager.
Brian Laudrup's departure from Chelsea was officially announced at a packed press conference at Stamford Bridge, the Dane citing his desire to return home as his main reason for leaving.
You get to a certain stage in your career where, or in your personal life, where you feel that you would like to come back to your, let's say, home country, your roots, and I must say that I think, I feel like this now, and that's why we've had these discussions.
Brian Laudrup's last game as a Chelsea player would ironically be against the club he was to move to. More ironic, though, would be the Danes' contribution to the game.
Wise the corner kick again. Oh, great effort by Casiraghi! Second effort, and Desailly couldn't quite stretch enough. He has been so unlucky, Gigi Casiraghi, this season. And LeBeuf. Gigi Casiraghi. Wise sees Zola there in a little bit of space. Casiraghi dived or tumbled. Referee giving him the benefit of the doubt, but no free kick, and here's Lasso. Casiraghi off the bar! Laudrup! Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale is almost complete. He may be returning to wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen, but if he does so, he'll sign off a hero from Chelsea with a goal against possibly his future club. Chance for Peter Nielsen. This is dangerous. David Nielsen was in there, right off the line, Babiyaro, and over! Tony Johnson, the substitute, brought on with the celebrations for Babiyaro. Off the line, tremendous clearance.
Well, Ruddock with the free kick. There's 3 minutes gone, and Chelsea have only formed a two-man wall. Oh, Neil Ruddock puts West Ham in the lead, and really, I don't know what the organisation was doing there. No wonder he looked so happy. But Chelsea really do need to sort themselves out in defence on those set plays. Zola with the cross. Casiraghi. Oh, what a collision. That was Hislop and Ferdinand going in, and Casiraghi's injured. He's down and in some trouble. He's calling for Mike Banks to come on quickly. The referee stopped it, and Mike Banks steaming on, and Casiraghi went in there with Hislop and Ferdinand, and his knee just got caught underneath the goalkeeper. Deep concern. There's no stretcher. Where's the stretcher? Zola's free kick. And there's still no stretcher coming in. Pierce just got a foot on it as well, but that really was a very bad looking injury, and Torre-Andre Flo will take Casiraghi's place, and we've just got to hope that that injury isn't as bad as it looks. Well, it's been all Chelsea pressure. 15 minutes left. Wise with the corner. Nichols. That's the bar. Who'll put it in? Anyone? Babiyaro. Yes. Babiyaro equalises. That's his second goal of the season. And look at Poyet calling for the double somersault. Come on, Baba. Yes. 1-1 then. And Chelsea really have changed things around since half-time. Flo's been penetrating, and Petrescu came on with Poyet moving into the middle. Di Matteo wasn't having such a good game, and Chelsea with players in the box, and Babiyaro the most crucial. 1-0.
2 days after Laudrup's departure to Copenhagen, their goal scorer, Bjarne Goldbæk, became a Chelsea player for 300.
Starting a game in midfield for the first time this season, and he's really made a difference. And here's Flo getting in behind Thatcher. Flo giving the penetration Chelsea needs. Zola! Oh yes, 32 minutes gone. Zola with another important goal, and look, he's run to the bench. Aaron Lincoln there, the kitman, giving him the Casiraghi shirt. Well, Casiraghi's still in hospital, but my goodness, I'm sure he'll see those pictures tonight. Gigi Casiraghi's shirt. The ground is giving a massive ovation to that. Franco. Oof, he enjoyed that. Flo got behind Thatcher, and that's the pace that Chelsea haven't always had up front this season. But what a finish from Franco Zola. That's Flo winning the header. Now Petrescu's in space, and he's got people in the box. Who will he pick out with this cross? Thatcher stopping. Oh, he squared it. Poyet! What a goal! That really is. Oh, that must be one of Chelsea's best goals this season. And look at the celebration. Gustavo Poyet does enjoy a goal, and that has to be. Well, he doesn't score many from outside the box. That has to be one of his best. Flo and Petrescu involved in the first goal and involved here in the second. Flo's header and Petrescu cleverly squaring it. Poyet, that's a good pass. Here's Zola. Petrescu. It's Petrescu against Thatcher. Oh, spoilt it. No, Petrescu. Oh, he just passed it in. Easy, easy. Chelsea 3. Wimbledon 0, and Dan Petrescu, who the club were willing to sell a few weeks ago, he refused to go. The crowd love him, and are you surprised? They've cheered his name every time he's come off the bench, and now he's started.
It's a good game for me. We won 3-0. I scored the goal as well, and I was very happy to play after I've been out 5 or 6 games I've been on the bench. I mean, I wanted to stay here, and I wanted to play as much as I could. I mean, I didn't ask to play all the games, just was hoping that I will play some games, because I was very happy here and I didn't want to leave. And I think I did the right thing.
Alberto Ferrer getting forward. He doesn't get forward much. Zola pulling out. Now, who's going to get in the box? Oh, that's a good ball. Flo getting behind the Leicester defence. Goldbeck back in the side ahead of Petrescu. Zola! Yes, a header, a header. He didn't touch it after the header, and that's his first header of the season. And I tell you what, Frank Sinclair, our old boy, that was one of the people he beat there. Frank Sinclair, goalkeeper Keller, and I think Walsh, the captain. Keller with the punch. Di Matteo again. That's Savage closing him down. He scored for me in the FA Cup, do you remember, a couple of years ago? Di Matteo's cross, Desailly, the par, Poyet, yes! Chelsea 2-0 up, and Gustavo Poyet's done it again. Desailly against the woodwork, and Gustavo Poyet, as against Forest, just cleaning up. Guppy. Oh, there's 2 stopping him crossing there, well done. Guppy again, though. And it's Elliott at the far post against Lasso, is it? 1 minute gone since Chelsea took the 2-0 lead, and Muzzy, old boy, 2-1. Poyet won the free kick. Will it be Leboeuf or Zola? Zola. Oh, how about that? Flo, yes, 3-1. Torre-Andre Flo, his first goal since he started a Premiership game this season. And Gianfranco Zola, that was even better than the free kick against Blackburn. It came off Babayaro, and Flo, a poacher's goal. 3-1. Guppy with the corner. There's been too much Leicester pressure this second half, too much for Chelsea comfort. Ooh, that's not cleared yet. Flo, away. Not away. Lennon. Guppy again. Guppy. Oh, I say, did he mean that? 3-2. Chelsea have come out really strongly for the last 10 minutes. Sinclair's header there. That's Poyet. Di Matteo. Oh, what a flick. Zola's away. He's missed a one-on-one. What would he do? Zola. 4-2. Last minute, 3 points. Gianfranco Zola with his first brace of the season. That was the most glorious one-touch. Look at Di Matteo. His flick puts Zola away. Poyet had headed the ball to him first time, and Gianfranco Zola, a wonderful left-foot finish. And that could be a really important goal.
Here's Lasso. This is Babayaro. Did that well. Certainly check the stretch, and Zola was there! And Chelsea are in the lead! It's Gianfranco Zola from Babayaro. And the little Italian scores again. He's running through a rich vein of form. And they're thrilled to bits. It's Lasso who plays the ball wide to Babayaro. The Nigerian twisting and turning, getting down the outside. That's the classic cross. Cernicek palmed, didn't get it away. And Zola, one of the smallest men in the game, jumps to score with his head. Atherton joins the attack. Sonnet, Alexanderson. Same 2 players again. Alexanderson with Booth in the middle. Booth! They've equalised! Sheffield Wednesday are level.
November had witnessed Bjarne Goldbeck playing both against and for Chelsea.
I think we were a little bit too afraid because they had those many big names in the team. But as I came over here and saw how quick the game is here, then I thought, oh, it's not that easy that I thought before I came. I think I signed on Monday and we already played on Wednesday. So I had a lot of practical things to do, so I didn't even think about the game. And what I remember about the game was that the pitch was in such a good condition there, and the stadium was such a nice stadium to play. And first after the game, they told us that it was so important that we won against Arsenal, even if they didn't play with their best team.
Despite the unbeaten run being extended to 19 games in all competitions, The thoughts of the Chelsea players, staff and fans were with Pierluigi Casiraghi, whose injury at West Ham had required extensive surgery on his cruciate ligament and lower leg.
I think the main reason why we didn't score as many goals is because we lost our main striker, Gigi, for almost the whole season, and he was a big part in our offensive actions. Even though he hadn't scored as many goals when he got injured, but it was just his presence was very important for us.
I think the reason why maybe we haven't won a championship is because we lost Cassie.
When you play against teams that play with 11 players or 10 players behind the ball and they close themselves in the box, it's very important to have one strong man in the middle of the area, trying to get headers. And we have been missing a player like him, and I think we paid it a high price.
Neil Harvey will take the free kick. Gale on the near post, and Earl's header! He scored! Robbie Earl! Wimbledon take the lead against the holders. Ewell. And that looks like a foul. It's a penalty. Leboeuf has conceded a penalty. Michael Hughes can score a vital goal here and has high into the roof of the net, and Wimbledon against the League Cup holders are 2-0 in front. Here's Di Matteo. Touched on by Vialli. Flo did well to win that. Vialli well placed near post and turns it in. Brilliant goal, and he's done it again. His 6th in the competition in only 3 ties.
Chelsea had failed to defend the League Cup with their experimental team, but went up to Everton with a strong side, which incredibly saw Dennis Wise suffer 2 yellow cards in the first 36 minutes. Even with 10 men, Roberto Di Matteo hit the post, and when Everton's Dunn picked up his 2nd yellow card for this foul on Torre-Andre Flo with 15 minutes to go, Chelsea could have won.
Bad ball by Henry. Here's Zola. Far side coming forward, Ferrer. Di Matteo's made a good run. Southgate marking him. Southgate the foul. That's a free kick. Zola now. He's done it again. 1-0, and Chelsea deservedly take the lead. They've been all over Villa, and that is a truly fantastic goal. Dennis Wise on the bench after his sending off, and Gianfranco Zola. Look at that. This is Watson, recently signed from Newcastle. Not bad ball. Oh, little flick from Dublin. Taylor. Joachim, edge of the box. Hendry. He's turned Ferrer. Hendry. Oh, damn. 2 minutes only since Zola's goal, and Villa have equalised. Just like at Leicester. Straight back in the game. Well, stoppage time. It's been all Chelsea. They deserved the victory. Villa top of the league. And there have been, 9 shots on target, 2 against the woodwork just in this second half. Here's Poyet. Will he do it? Poyet! 10 shots on target, and it just will not go in. John Gregory, the Villa manager, is just signalling to his crowd behind him that Villa have got the result with that save. But it's not over. Di Matteo with the corner. 3 minutes of stoppage time gone. Leboeuf. Flo! Yes! Torre-Andre Flo. He did it in the last minute at Blackburn. Can you believe it? Chelsea, 3 minutes into stoppage time, have beaten the top of the league Villa.
It's worth a crack. It's through the wall. It's in the net. Headed up by Dewberry. That's Spencer Prime. This is Lasso. Zola. Here's Flo. It's fallen nicely for him. Oh, it's brilliantly done.
The big man states his case once again. 53 minutes gone. It's one apiece. It's Andre Flo's 6th goal of the season. Jody Morris. Lambourd leaves it for Petrescu, the second half substitute. Poyet. Oh, yes! Well, was Mark Poom a bit late in seeing it? The ball seemed to be past him before he dived. Chelsea have scored twice in the space of 4 minutes. Out to Harper by Powell. Oh, yes! Sturridge! The substitute scores in the dying moments to deny Chelsea the 3 points, perhaps, that would have taken them top.
Goals, well found. Blomqvist, so cross early, and it comes for Butt. Comes for goal! 2 minutes into stoppage time at the end of the first half. By the inside of the post, Andy Cole gives Manchester United the lead. Wise. For Zola, Manchester United trying to hang on. Zola! They can't hang on, or Chelsea will feel that they thoroughly merit the equaliser. Gianfranco Zola gets in. It's Manchester United 1, Chelsea 1.
What a finish. Finish of a master, I have to say. Look when he gets involved, and he just runs off a play here. The little feed from Poyet was absolutely crucial at the edge of the box. You watch the way he just rolls it off the outside of his right foot, and it's weighted perfectly. He waits and waits and waits, Zola, till the keeper goes to ground, and at the last minute, it's a deft little touch. It's been on the cards, it's been coming. He's a happy man.
Well, they're not settling for a point, Chelsea. Babayara. He has a blast!
Oh, that must have been close. When you see all the Chelsea players put their hands on their head and you see Peter Schmeichel scrambling across goal, this must have him worried. This has gone very, very close. Goodness me, they just brush off the outside of the post. What a strike.
We drew the game, but we deserved to win that game, and the way we played against Manchester there was certainly the way a big team plays.
Lombourg. Babayaro. Oh, here's Vialli. And now Poyet. Oh, it's in! And the Uruguayan has scored for Chelsea with 10 minutes to go. It's been a long, hard struggle, but finally they found a way through the 10 remaining Tottenham men. Campbell allowed it to slip from his grasp. And here's Leboeuf, and Petrescu is completely free on this near side. 3 in the middle for him. Poyet and Flo. There is Flo! And that does complete the victory for Chelsea. As we move into stoppage time, Flo yet again has made the point of the perennial substitute.
Goals from Toriandro Flo and Gustavo Poyet kept up Chelsea's outstanding record over Tottenham Hotspur and moved Chelsea into first place for the first time since 1989. The same pair would provide goals in the next game, but for Gus it would prove a less than merry Christmas.
This is Jody Morris. Oh, and that's a good ball. Now Zola's away here. Southampton are really stretched, but Chelsea, they've got no one in the area, Chelsea. Zola. Flo's arriving now. Toriandro Flo. Oh, that's a fantastic goal. Brilliantly worked by Chelsea. And Toriandro Flo arrived in the area. Zola linking up well with him again. But the whole move started by Jody Morris. He's done so well since he's come in the team. And Flo puts Chelsea in the lead. Now, here's Petrescu. Jones's ball. No, Poyet. 11th goal of the season for Gus. He's done it again. We haven't had many scuffle goals this season, but that is one to savour. Gustavo Poyet, top scorer. 2-0. Poyet. Such a professional performance. Bonkau blocks his shot. Poyet again. Past Colater. Oh, that was a two-footed. That was a nasty tackle by Colater. He's making his debut for Southampton, and he's known as a bit of a hatchet man in France. And Poyet, just feeling his back of his right knee there, looks in trouble. Mike Banks racing on, and Gustavo Poyet, top scorer, down. He received the ball here, and he just flicked it past Colater, Poyet, and that really was a very high tackle indeed. And Gustavo Poyet is clearly in pain. John Terry's the surprise substitute in midfield, young 18-year-old Terry, but Poyet, he missed most of last season, and let's just hope this isn't as bad.
That's certainly the case for Babayaro at Old Trafford, and he's found a decent ball for Zola. Lovely work from Gianfranco Zola. And Toriandro Flo has put it wide as Schmeichel made the save. The ball came off the goalkeeper. It's Zola's pass, and out comes Schmeichel, but Flo is in there again. It's another chance for the Norwegian. He's not having the best of luck in this first half here at Stamford Bridge tonight. Petrescu, it's Gianfranco Zola against Schmeichel. Past Schmeichel, but not into the Manchester United net.
Oh, Gary Neville's had a hold of his keeper, hugging him as that was the match.
The draw against Manchester United ended 1998 with Chelsea in second place. For manager Gianluca Vialli, the team's performances throughout December proved their capability to play in all conditions.
They always say that Chelsea is a team not able to perform on winter time, for example, when the pitches get really heavy and the weather gets worse. And also this Christmas, so your concentration might get affected because of that. So we had a point to make, and I think we did very well. We drew twice against Manchester United, as you said, and then we beat Tottenham. I mean, another couple of great results. I think we were top of the league, or nearly top of the league, at that stage of the season, which means that you know, we can be very professional, and we can be a team able to play our kind of football, nice football, offensive football, on winter time, whenever. If we're top of the league, if we're bottom of the league. Now we've got a great mentality, and I think we want to show how good we are week in, week out.
Gustavo Poyet's knee ligament injury turned out to be worse than first feared, and surgery revealed he would need 3 months to recover. The new year began with Chelsea's entry into the FA Cup with a potentially tricky tie away at Oldham. A disallowed Dennis Wise goal in the first half resulted in the referee being hit by a hot dog thrown from the Oldham fans. The second half saw Gianluca Vialli run away with the game for Chelsea while they were down to 10 men. A shot from distance followed by a tap-in from a Goldbick cross secured a fourth-round tie away at Oxford United, but Tore-Andre Flo limped away from Boundary Park on crutches. He will be out for at least 6 weeks. Chelsea were losing all their goal scorers. However, the first league game of '99 would take Chelsea back to the top of the Premiership.
So, Wise, Vialli, Petrescu, yes! Oh, that's what the crowd were worried about. That one of the breakaways would find a finish. Wise's cross. Vialli didn't make contact, but Petrescu was unmolested.
Gary McAllister. Coventry are beginning to look dangerous. Here's Huckabee in a good position. Oh, he's nicked it in. Huckabee scored. What a run of goal-scoring form from Darren Huckabee. This is Di Matteo. Leboeuf might fancy a crack in a minute. Oh, didn't he hit it well? Over 3 minutes of time added on at the end of this first half. And Leboeuf coming forward from central defence with a real rocket shot into the top corner. Oh, yes! Chelsea have stolen it. Wise and Di Matteo. The clock shows some 4 minutes of added on time. And as they did at the end of the first half, Chelsea have nicked a goal. Di Matteo.
I think we need 40 minutes to be really focused on our game, and you know, I felt a little bit upset, you know, after 40 minutes. So I went up and I shot, and it was a tremendous goal. And I mean, it's more my anger who pushed me to go forward and to score the goal than I don't know, a Savit ID. So it was great. It was a good moment, good goal, and give the boost for the team.
And so the Oxford fanatics are gathered behind that goal. They're attacking now. And the goal! Oxford take the lead. Dean Windass the scorer.
Well, the best player on the pitch has given them the lead.
And a good ball finds Kevin Francis. Oh, an incredible catalogue of errors there, which has cost Oxford United the possibility of a second goal. And Kevin Francis knocks it clear. Leboeuf straight back into the crowd. And the referee's pointed to the penalty spot. The challenge by Kevin Francis. And referee Reid has given a penalty. And Oxford United cannot believe it.
I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it is.
Well, isn't it incredible? When they met 5 years ago, Oxford missed the penalty, but would have been then a replay in the last few minutes. Now they face a penalty in stoppage time, and Frank Leboeuf has never missed from the spot. 14 out of 14 penalties successfully converted since he joined Chelsea. Make that 15 out of 15, and make that now, surely, a Stamford Bridge replay.
Chelsea's unbeaten league run came to an end following Dennis Bergkamp's strike at Highbury. Forwards Laudrup, Casiraghi, Gustavo Poyet and Tore-Andre Flo were all missing. Managing Director Colin Hutchison details Chelsea's response.
We would have tried to put some money together to buy a striker, but Luca realised that if we bought, it would then mean that striker would be part of the squad for next season, and he decided that he felt that it was better to hold off from buying so that he'd have more funds to go out and get a striker that he really wanted during this summer. Whether that was right or wrong, perhaps with the benefit of hindsight it was wrong, but it made sense at the time.
February saw the Stamford Bridge turf pulled up and replaced within the space of 3 days at a cost of £100,000. However, it would be the old turf underfoot as Chelsea entertained Oxford United in the FA Cup fourth-round replay, and a potential new Chelsea star was unveiled before there were more troubles for an old one.
Watson is forward, so too is Gilchrist. Cook will deliver from this right-hand side. Oh, it came off Di Matteo and smuggled in at the near post. Oxford have taken the lead. Gianfranco Zola turns inside Watson. Feeds Dennis Wise now. It's 1-1. Chelsea were behind for just 8 minutes. Zola. Wise. Back beyond Gilchrist for Gianfranco Zola. Oh, it's a fantastic finish. Chelsea take the lead with a little over 5 minutes of the first half remaining, and the only consolation for Oxford United is it took a masterstroke from Zola to put Chelsea in front for the first time in the tie. Now Banger. Oh, and he's given it away to Forcell, and an immediate opportunity here for Chelsea. Oh, what a way to get off the mark! 17-year-old Mikhail Forcell crowns his full debut for Chelsea with a goal in keeping with his young reputation. He's set to be the next boy wonder of the European game. We've just had an inkling as to why that is. Leboeuf looking for Babayaro and finding Babayaro. And now Forcell. Oh, it's another blinding finish from the teenager. Mikhail Forcell, in the opening 8 minutes of this second half, has given Chelsea fans a glimpse of a glorious future. Powell taking over. In towards the near post where Windass was. Might still come for Windass. Oh, blocked by Wise with the hand, and Dennis Wise could be in trouble here. It's a penalty to Oxford United, and would you believe it, Dennis Wise is on his way again. Dean Windass, who scored in the third-round win at Crewe, who scored in the fourth-round match at Oxford against Chelsea from the penalty spot, has scored again. That's his 15th goal of the season, and that is probably the most important statistic about that goal, because it reduces the deficit to 4-2.
Leboeuf organising the men ahead of him. Zola standing over the ball. Zola. Oh, and it's in! What a superb free kick by Gianfranco Zola. Southampton gave away 2 in about a minute, and at the second bite of the cherry, Gianfranco Zola made no mistake at all. Past the stranded Paul Jones, that was a superbly taken free kick. He knew where he was going to put it, back of the net. Chelsea take the lead 1-0.
Wise rolls it across to Petrescu. He's put himself into the attack very nicely again. Zola helps it on to Goldbeck. Vialli waits in the centre. Oh, Di Matteo! Chelsea have scored. It's Roberto Di Matteo. It's Goldbeck with the cross, delivered it well.
Lasso to take it. Into Vialli. There's not a lot of support for him. Oh, it's a penalty. Vialli went down, and it did look as if the defender Marlon Brooms had a piece of him, and Uriah Rennie, the man in black tonight, immediately pointed at the penalty spot. Just over 7 minutes played, and Blackburn's protests are waved away. Oh, and he saved it wonderfully, one-handed onto the post. Leboeuf denied what would have been his 5th penalty score of the season by another splendid save from this Australian. Leboeuf jogs forward. It's more Chelsea pressure. This time the corner is played short. Di Matteo knocks it in. Vialli down to Jody Morris. The little man replacing the suspended Dennis Wise in midfield finally gets Chelsea's goal after 43 minutes of frustration. It's Jody Morris's first goal of the season. The England under-21 international, a product of the youth system here at Stamford Bridge, shows the more senior players how to beat this Blackburn goalkeeper. Here's Gillespie for Blackburn Rovers. There's still time to get back on level terms. Eddie Newton's in front of him. Ward! Oh, that's brilliantly done! Ashley Ward with the equaliser. 7 minutes from the end at Stamford Bridge. And Blackburn, having in truth been forced back into defence for most of the match, have stunned Chelsea with a superb equaliser.
Quickly to Van Hooijdonk, through the middle for Darshfield again. And he allowed the ball to run agonisingly beneath his boot. Goal for the 17-year-old. And rarely again in the ensuing years of his career will the defence be quite so charitable to him. The long clearance from De Hoey. Chettle only half-heartedly went for it, and that left Besant with no chance at all. Six in the penalty area for Chelsea. Oh, and it's in by Goldbeck. His first Chelsea goal. He'd scored against them this season in the Cup Winners' Cup for Copenhagen, but now he's beaten Dave Besant and Chelsea are 2 up. Desailly was the presence on the near post, got the merest flick, and then a stretching volley by the Danish international. Oh, here's a chance for Van Hooijdonk. It came off LeBeuf, and Van Hooijdonk has pulled one back. Flo. Oh, it's opening up for Flo. The parry and the goal by Goldbeck. His second, Chelsea's third. And with 7 minutes to go after spirited Forest resistance in this second half, that should be that.
This is Lazio. Oh, it's a good-looking ball to Zola. Flo's in a good position as the cross comes in. And he's still there. Appeal for handball, penalty. Referee spotted it well, Paul Durkin. Bad thinks, I feel he was pushed. That's the complaint there. But Flo was the man who really got in the way of the defenders here. It's a cross from Zola. It goes up in the air off Matteo. And oh, it's hands, isn't it? It's a definite handball. It's Phil Babb, and it's a penalty to Chelsea, and LeBeuf had one saved in the last home game by Filan of Blackburn, but he insists on taking the next one, as he said today in the programme. And this time he scores! It's Frank LeBeuf for Chelsea. Only 7 minutes gone. Flo gets up to beat Matteo. This is Zola on the chase now. Di Matteo is in the centre. This is Petrescu. Goldbeck! 2-0 to Chelsea. Where on earth was the marking on Bjarni Goldbeck, Liverpool will want to know. But it's... the man who scored twice last week against Nottingham Forest is there again. 38 minutes gone. Petrescu supplies the cross. Look at all the red shirts. They're everywhere except where they should be. And Goldbeck finishes it conclusively. 1, 2, 3, 6 red shirts plus a goalkeeper, and nobody marking the man on the far post. There is a history of a team coming back from 2-0 down in this fixture. Chelsea trailed 2-0 in the Cup 2 years ago and came back to win 4-2. It was a pivotal match, that, in Chelsea's modern history. Today it's Chelsea who lead 2-0, and they have another injury here. Graham Lasso. Robbie Fowler, I think, was shown a yellow card there by Paul Durkin for that. First one of the game. Yes, he's been booked, Fowler. Not sure he should be reacting like that, but... and he's still doing it. Paul Durkin's going to have to do something about this. Whether Robbie Fowler thinks that... Oh, the yellow card's been shown to Lazio for not taking the free kick. That's all rather silly on the part of both players, really. Now, Ferry. Oh, and now there's an incident there. Lazio has collided with Fowler again. I say collided because Fowler has gone down, and I think Graham Lazio could be in trouble. Depends what the assistant referee saw. He's already been yellow carded for a previous incident with Fowler, and there was definite contact there in the middle of the pitch. Fowler went down, and Graham Lazio here could be sent off if the referee decides that he knocked Fowler down. There's a player going down, hard to see how much contact there was from here, but I would have to say if Lazio gets away with this, he's a lucky boy. Now then, the World Cup referee may be deciding here to give them a final warning. And it is a let-off. Here's Zola. Di Matteo. And this is McManaman. And here comes Owen. And there's a chance here for Liverpool. And Michael Owen has scored.
Following his goal a week earlier at the City Ground and a sparkling brace against Oxford, Mikel Forsell reflected on the options he had before choosing Stamford Bridge.
I was training with Bayer Leverkusen in Germany four times, I think, and they were interested in me, but then, and as well in PSV Eindhoven, but then it was up to me. I just chose this one because this felt the right thing to do. Felt good to play.
Easily played away by Lombard to Babayara. Vialli coming short. Tracked by Haug to Zola. Trescu's wide on the right. And there's Ferrer. What about the nudge out wide to the Romanian? Instead shows Zola. Vialli, little nick on. Here's Dennis Wise. Zola. Babayaro's in here. Chance for Chelsea. Celestine Babayaro. Yes! 1-0 to Chelsea. 9 minutes gone. Celestine Babayaro. The little backflip. His third goal for Chelsea. And that's the breakthrough they wanted in the opening 10 minutes. Di Matteo to Babayaro. Chance here for Chelsea. Looking for Zola. Real opportunity here. Tran comes back at him. Zola! Oh, didn't he finish magnificently? Well, you could be excused for thinking it's all Zola. It won't be quite yet, but Chelsea have a 2-goal advantage in this Cup Winners' Cup quarter-final against the Norwegians, and this man is in red-hot form.
What a delightful ball from Babayaro. Picked out Zola, delightful first touch, committed the defender, and once he got that space, there was only going to be one result. There's the touch, defender goes to ground, makes a mind up for Zola, and there we go, relatively easily finished by his standards, but Babayaro's ball to him in the first place was absolutely superb.
Now Di Matteo finds Lazio. Will he hoist it up for Flo? Flo down, Dennis Wise! Chelsea have the third goal, and surely now a route to the semi-final of the European Cup Winners' Cup. And Dennis Wise has capped a magnificent performance for Chelsea with the third and surely killer goal.
Still Blomqvist, who hasn't yet scored a goal for Manchester United at Old Trafford. Keane, who scored plenty and looks for another here, pushed away by Ed de Hoek.
Great strike. I think he took the keeper a little by surprise.
Paul Durkin has got the card out again for Di Matteo.
Yeah, I think he's just a fraction late there. I mean, no real contact. David Beckham just hurdling the tackle more than anything.
So going outside the Dane, who's on the ball. Morris, not tracked. Jody Morris.
Well, that's exactly what I meant. Did you see who was trying to get back on him, Martin? Paul Scholes. He'd gone ahead of the attack. And this is what happens. Look at Scholes desperately trying to get back in contact with Morris. I think the keeper outsmarted him. I think Schmeichel knew what he was trying to do. Made the save look easy. That's a little warning.
It's been a relatively economical first half performance from them. They have had the better attacking moments, it must be said, in defence of Alex Ferguson.
Oh, I thought he'd been
and Di Matteo goes a second yellow card in stoppage time before half-time.
Well, that's a classic example for me of the punishment not fitting the crime. I think these are 2-0 tackles that Roberto Di Matteo's guilty of. He goes in and, to be fair, he catches him a little late. But he gets nutmegged. I mean, it's not vicious, it's not cynical.
Just played the ball of the match wide to Babayaro. What a cross this is. Flo, you can't blame him, Martin. He's got to go for the header. And his momentum just carries him on through. Dennis's chance.
York's stunning second sealed Chelsea's exit from the Cup. The next home game would go the same way. A second-half Paul Kitson goal against the run of play put an end to the Blues' unbeaten home record stretching back to April '98. Chelsea dropped to third, but the 3-goal cushion they took to Vålerenga gave them more than a little hope of making the Cup Winners' Cup semi-finals.
Petrescu's throw to Flo. And again to a Flo. What a great touch. This is Terry looking for Vialli! 1-0 to Chelsea! And Luca Vialli back in the starting lineup for his Chelsea gets the opening goal of the night. Chelsea's first in 286 minutes of football, and they lead the tie by 4-0. And this could be just the sort of night Chelsea wanted to settle a few doubts and nerves. Powerful header away, and here's Rise Lombard, and that's two for Chelsea. Bernard Lombard scores his first goal for the club on the quarter-hour mark. Tremendous start by Chelsea, the holders, almost certainly booking now a place in the semi-finals. Corner kick for the first time for Vålerenga. Haraldsson there, 6'4". Beyond him, Schellner's head! Fredrik Schellner, the captain of Vålerenga, the looping header. Consolation in the tie, or will it be more dangerous than that? This is Vialli. That's a nice ball to Dan Petrescu. Flows header! Oh, what about that for a header with power? And the Chelsea 2-goal buffer on the night is restored. And Tour de Flo's goal drought comes to an end too. It's his first in 8 games dating back to Boxing Day. The baby is due any day now, and no wonder he's smiling. This is Karev, he's offside actually, the flag's gone up. It won't count. The referee already blew. The referee's racing back, will it count? It has counted, the referee's given it. But the flag was raised down here, and the referee shakes his head.
It's a definite policy from Vialli. They're without Mikhail Forsell today, but they've got Torre-Andre Flo. On he goes, and Chelsea at last have the lead.
Well, it was only a matter of time, but what a fabulous goal that is. We're just talking about Vialli. Perhaps if he was there, he could have scored. But I'll tell you what, he could have done better than that lad there. That's a brilliant ball. Ferrer plays him into the space in behind. Flo with his pace gets away and then dregs it back onto his left foot. Easily beats Southgate, too easily for my liking, I'm sure John Gregory's, but the finish is brilliant.
Here's Goldbeck. He tries luck against Bosnich. Crowded out. Desailly, Flo. Here's Bjarni Goldbeck. He rattled it in. What a good signing he's been. Really as a squad man, but they've needed him. And he chips in with a goal here that must have wrapped it up for Chelsea.
Well, not even Bosnich can stop this one. It's a great run, you know, also. You watch Goldbeck, soon as Flo picks it up, he gets in behind right, smashes it with his right foot into the roof of the net. Game, set, and match.
Goldbeck has the more in it for Chelsea in these closing moments. Out by Šimeka. Flo. In goes Andre Flo. Can he turn it in? He can.
That's absolutely brilliant. Great finish, but the run was even better. That is absolutely top class.
Well, the scoreline now has a realistic look. There really has been only one side in this match. It's Chelsea.
Delightful ball. What about the control and the run from Flo?
Flo and Goldbeck's goals continued the run of good Chelsea results at Villa Park, and for Andre Flo in particular, the game proved to be something of a turning point.
I've had a bad ankle injury, and then I really proved I could play football again. It was a good feeling.
Of course, it was an important win, and I think we played very well that game. We could have smashed them maybe 5, 6 or 7-0.
Influential coach Graham Rix had worked well through a torrid year in which he faced difficult police charges, which resulted in a court case in April. Chelsea were devastated when he was sent to jail, but had prepared for such an outcome by bringing former captain Ray Wilkins onto the staff.
When those events were taking place, Luca just gave me a call, and Colin Hutchinson, and asked if I would come back on board for the period that Graham wouldn't be here. So I was delighted to accept.
Ferrer's ball, headed out of the goalkeeper's hands. Di Matteo with the softest goal you will see all season. Chelsea taking a fortuitous lead through Roberto Di Matteo. Ferrer's ball into the penalty area. Tyler headed it away from Ilic. And despite not hitting the ball cleanly, Roberto Di Matteo still celebrates his third goal of the season.
Play Jody Morris, Desailly touches it out. Donga, the holding midfield player. This is Paunovic, looking for Danny, chance here for Real Mallorca! And that is absolutely devastating for Chelsea on the half hour. And it's the Real Mallorca top scorer, the man they feared, who gets in around the back, and Chelsea are behind. 1-0 down, and that is a devastating strike. Now Leboeuf. Oh, lovely ball. Petrescu. Left foot cross. Zola's head down. Wise was in there. Arclay Flo! What an impact by Torre Flo! On as a substitute. What a decision! And Chelsea are back in the game. Torre Flo makes it 4 goals in his last 4 games, and it's Chelsea the holders 1, Real Mallorca 1.
Flo waited. The mistake was Perry's. Goldbeck to his left. Here is Bjarni Goldbeck, and here's Flo. He's done it again. Andre Flo grabbed that vital goal on Thursday in Europe. Grabs a crucial Premiership strike here at Selhurst Park. Goldbeck. This is Zola. Flo's going into the centre. And this is Poyet. His first start since Boxing Day brings him his first goal since Boxing Day. Caught. Ainsworth running at Lasso. And still Gareth Ainsworth. Oh, it's a good cross. And it's Gale.
Despite Gale's goal, Chelsea held off the Dons at Selhurst Park. That was 4 away league wins in succession. The following Wednesday brought a difficult trip to Middlesbrough. If Chelsea won, they would go top. In a dismal game, the best chance fell late on to Gianfranco Zola, but Sforza saved and the game finished goalless. Leicester City were the next visitors to the Bridge, and after over an hour of total superiority, Chelsea's outstanding season collapsed in 5 awful minutes.
Morris. Nicely crafted pass for Di Matteo. Zola, he's behind Olathorpe. Gianfranco Zola gets Chelsea in front here and puts himself very much back in the goal-scoring business.
Well, he may have scored it, but he was a huge thanks to Roberto Di Matteo. This is a wonderful ball from Di Matteo to Zola, the way he controls it in one and then it's away. And once the space is in behind, for a player of Zola's ability, that's a comfortable finish. Keller's committed, it's bouncing lovely. I never expected any other outcome other than the ball in the back of the net where. And it's all down to a wonderful piece of vision and a wonderful ball from Roberto Di Matteo.
Advances to the halfway line. Not much further, it's Di Matteo. And Petrescu against the post and in off Matthew Elliott. So Chelsea get the second goal. Mike Reed's got to just sort out this celebration, which in his mind is a little too intimate with the crowd.
Well, once again, Mark, this is a fantastic ball from Di Matteo. Beautifully weighted. I think it's an own goal. It's coming back out off the post. And Elliott can do absolutely nothing. It hits the post, coming back out. And Elliott can do nothing but run into it.
Impey. Elliott. It's another own goal, and Chelsea might have an anxious finale here. Guppy. It's bending, it's in! Steve Guppy!
Steve Guppy's 88th minute strike gave Leicester a point, and there was to be more bad fortune in Spain.
Of movement here, but a poor delivery to the near post. Big men are staying forward. This is Stankovic. Can he get it in this time? Oh, he can! And that's a goal!
The Blues' exit from the Cup Winners' Cup was followed by a European hangover at Sheffield Wednesday. Gianluca Vialli had the best chance of a poor game when he hit the post in the 58th minute. However, spirits were high again as Chelsea went into the last month of the season with a fully fit Gustavo Poyet.
I'm happy with this, I'm happy with the club, I'm happy with everything. The only problem is really what I want to be fit all the season. I hope it's the next one. Please, especially January, February and March. These 3 months because I want to play.
May saw the launch of the new Chelsea home kit. Returning to a more traditional darker blue, the kit was due to be officially unveiled at the last game of the season against Derby County. However, with 4 games still to play and the Championship still an outside possibility, not to mention Champions League qualification still to be claimed, a revitalised Everton arrived at Stamford Bridge.
Ed de Hoy in the Chelsea goal has been virtually a spectator so far. We've played more than half of the first period. Here's Lasso. Forcell, that'll go back, but he wants somebody in the middle and they're not there yet. Zola's arriving now far side, Morris trying to get there. Zola! He was there when it mattered. That's what you call timing your run. And Gianfranco Zola goes out on his own as Chelsea's top scorer this season in the 25th minute. Graham Lasso, the supplier. Zola. Worked out to Leboeuf. Who saw the gap in front of him. Good save, Myra. This is Zola. Petrescu! Well, yes, it had to come. And at last it has. From Dan Petrescu. Exactly an hour gone. A lot of the credit here goes to Frank Leboeuf. Drive from range. Thomas Meara turned it to one side. but there were so many Chelsea players around, and Dan Petrescu just slides it in from inside the 6-yard box. 2-0 to Chelsea. Michael Ball. Jeffers. 2 up with him, Barmby to his right. Jeffers goes alone and scores. Zola. Oh, and Lambert has oh, the referee's blown. Zola was fouled. Well spotted by Dermot Gallagher. It's going to be a booking for Everton's number 12, Craig Short. He caught Zola as he passed the ball back to Lambert just there. And it was Zola. Oh, look at that. It's a party piece. He does it so often, and he practices it so often, that he makes his own reward here. He's up here against a 5-6-man wall and a very good goalkeeper, but Thomas Mura's got no chance. It's over the wall and perfectly placed in the corner.
Goldbeck. The extra man is Lazio, who has 4 waiting for the cross. There's Poyet! Always the most likely source of a Chelsea goal. It's taken much longer than it should have done to arrive. But Gianluca Vialli, more than most, will be aware that Chelsea thoroughly deserve their lead. Lazio's centre, 4 from whom to choose, and his choice was perfect.
Gus Poyet not only secured the 3 points over Leeds United, but finally guaranteed Chelsea 3rd place and a definite spot in the European Champions League final qualification round next season. Poyet would also score in the Blues' next game away at Tottenham Hotspur, but it was Bjarni Goldbeck who was to steal the headlines.
Zola delivers the ball in dangerously, and it's a goal from Poyet. He's done it again.
That's exactly what I was talking about prior to the kick-off. He times his run into that box absolutely to perfection. It doesn't matter how good the run is unless the delivery is spot on, and that's a great delivery from Zola. Keeper comes, doesn't get near it. If he comes and leaves his line, he's got to make contact. He's nowhere near it, Walker. Free header for Poyet. Simple header for him.
Gilner stabs one in, a goal for Everton. Tottenham are level. Gilner. Straight to LeBeau. LeBeau taking a couple of chances there, and Gilner nips in and could punish him. Frenchman makes the mistake, and another capitalises in typically magnificent style. And Tottenham, from 1 down, lead 2-1. White, Goldbeck. Oh my word, what a goal by Bjarni Goldbeck. Well, don't cast your vote for goal of the season yet, because that's a contender. What a fantastic shot.
Well, he couldn't believe the amount of space he's got. He looks up, he thinks about it, goes forward, takes aim, absolutely rifles it into the back of the net. What a shot. Oh, there's not a keeper in the world could possibly have got a hand to that, let alone saved it.
Goldbeck's 5th goal of the season saved a point at White Hart Lane, but the draw put Chelsea out of the championship race. The last game of the season was an opportunity for Gianluca Vialli to play himself up front and, like the season before, pinch a goal in Chelsea's last league game.
So what does one outstretched arm mean from Wise? 6 minutes to half-time. Near post. That's Poyet. Oh, Babayaro! 4th goal of the season, unmarked, 1-0 to Chelsea. 4th double somersault. He's not had the best of first halves, Babayaro, but I don't know who was supposed to be picking him up there, and thank you very much. So for all Chelsea's possession, it's still only 1-0. And that's good defending there by Terry. Wise. Oh, past Irania. Now it's really opened up. It's 3 against 2. Flo and Vialli up. Carbonari and Lawson back. Here's Flo against Carbonari. Lawson, Vialli. Vialli, 2-0. And that's Luca's first Premiership goal of the season. His 10th goal in all. And doesn't the new kit look good on him? Chelsea 2, Derby 0. Well, will this be the last Vialli goal in a Chelsea shirt? Will he retire or not? It's his 10th goal in 20 games this season. That's a fantastic return, and that is a fantastic finish. Carbonari with the free kick. Vialli's foul. 3 minutes to go. And Chelsea, 4-man war. Here he comes. Oh, it's gone in. Oh, that's a shame, because Karin's played so well. He's made so many saves, and it's probably his last game for Chelsea. He's out of contract. Chelsea 2, Derby 1.
There may have been no silverware, but there was plenty to celebrate. This was their first Champions League qualification year, their second equal highest finish ever, the highest average attendance since 1971-72, their most clean sheets, their lowest number of league goals conceded in a season in the top flight, and in the entire history of league football, only 6 clubs previously had gone through a top-flight campaign losing 3 games or less. It may have been low-key, but it was low-key history in the making.
We've got to look back at the season with pride, because, I mean, we've played great matches. We came 3rd for the first time after something like probably 30 years or something like that. And, I mean, some of our performances were out of this world, and also we have been in the contention until the last match of the season, which is something that was unusual for the Chelsea supporters and for the team as well. So we've got to be proud of ourselves.
The problem was that, especially in the team, I don't know about the supporter, but I think it's the same. We thought that this was the year. You know, everybody was ready to win the title this year.
You want to win something, and we didn't win anything, and yeah, that's a little sad. But on the other hand, we played well. We got a lot of points, and hopefully we can do next year the same, and win something.
I felt that last year's team that won the 2 cups, that was the best. But we added players, and we've added quality, world-class players. And I feel this is the best squad we've ever had.
It's fun. Sometimes it's difficult also, because you have the big pressure and you have always to score. But we don't complain. We are very happy, and I hope I will have 3 big seasons of fun.
It certainly is a joy, because when you play for big things, as we played this year, it's certainly a joy. And it's a joy also to have teammates as I have in this team, and really love to spend time with them, working hard and getting results.
I think we improve in the league this season. I mean, we are already in 72 points, and we can do better next season, I think.
Sometimes I really enjoy this. I really enjoy being a manager. Sometimes I think, why the hell I accepted to become a manager, and because you lose your friends, you can't socialize with the players, you get frustrated, you feel a huge weight on your shoulders, and you think, why should I do that?
Don't have fun no more, Spy. It's deadly serious. Luca's deadly serious. We don't have fun. You can put that in if you want.
6 days after the final match against Derby, Chelsea were in hot and humid Hong Kong for an end-of-season trip and played instant district.
Gianfranco Zola gave us the lead after 20 minutes with this 20-yarder. All right, this tap-in from good work by Albert Ferrer, linking up with Gianluca Vialli. And then in the second half, with an almost all-changed team, a magnificent effort. 48 minutes gone. John Terry winning a couple of tackles. Mikel Forcel's nutmeg. Look at that. Finishing with a 25-yarder that reminds you of his Oxford goal, didn't it? Well played, Mikel.